First saw a drag performance, it set me free, and that's what's inspired me to continue to become a drag performer. You know, they stand for a stance of power within the community that's also diversified to be feminine and to embrace other parties like in the community, that whether it be lesbian, gay, transgender, straight, curious, trans, and I feel like that the whole movement of drag brings everybody together. Oh, I'm Ryan Maldonado. And my drag queen name is Amora T. I'm from the Bay Area, from the East Bay, Hayward, San Leandro. Currently full-time entertainer, seamstress, music productionist. Last week I did a piece that was like more concentrated on the Latino community. It was a comedy skit from John Leguizamo from the 90s.
You people come here, you gentrify the neighborhood, you kick us out, and then you won't even let us use the bathroom. You can kiss my amber ass. When you kiss it.
And it talks directly about exactly the entire like economic change and the socio-economic change in the Latino community within all large cities around America that have large populations of Hispanic cultures. I'm not a very direct person when it comes to issues, like I have my own personal opinions, but when it comes to my performance, I always try and promote a sense of, you know, happiness and togetherness, and I try and incorporate that with still a political message, but a general message, so that everybody can still feel welcome and still together.
After the election, I was already going through like a turmoil point in my life where I was trying to recollect and figure, but after the election, I felt so defeated and depressed that I kind of slept for 2 or 3 days just straight, and when I finally woke up, I just wanted to cry. My name in drag is Demolition, and I came to bring the house down. And my name is Octavia. Austin James Octavia London. It's like, I don't necessarily feel safe being out protesting in the streets, so what can I do? And I knew I had the show coming up. And Formation in itself is such a political piece, and just spreading black awareness. And I was thinking, I was like, we should open with Donald Trump. It was like, I just want everyone to hear, like, grab him by the pussy. Performing the piece, coming in just in all red, blue, and white hair. It's like I wanted to be a representation of black, queer America.
I am Sukasa. It's my drag name. If you need a other name, it's Joe. Drag is my life. I love it. I've been hosting the Monster Show for close to 2 years now.
Okay.
So the show is 12 years old. It is the longest running drag show in the Castro. Most performers will do something political from time to time. Not necessarily, but it's not specifically a political show, but politics happen. I tend to not be serious at all, and I definitely get feelings out, but I tend to be more offensive and comedy, and it's meant to be an escape for me and just time to laugh. So it's hard for me to get serious, but I felt compelled like a month ago was the first time I actually did an anti-Trump number. I feel devastated and terrified and hopeless. I think I was really sad. I cried quite a bit in the morning. What was coming to me as it was happening was, you know, was a realization long before the election itself, but that the country's just been beyond divided for so long. I'm a little more comfortable with our rage than their rage, and so I don't want to be fighting, but I'm hoping that we can manage our rage in a productive way. Whereas I think the rage I'm seeing in, you know, what are called the Trump supporters, which are these just extremists, is terrifying. You know, living in a bubble of San Francisco, I would say I still get called faggot on a monthly basis. 75% of the time it's in drag, but a good percentage of the time it's out of drag. A group of skinheads this past week driving through the Castro in a pickup truck with a Confederate flag, just screaming faggot, like, which is behavior that happens all the time in other parts of this country. It's just hard to see it in San Francisco, and like that somehow is now okay. Like that's been given a voice, even in a city like San Francisco, to behave that way. So that terrifies me. Well, I've got my community, and I'm gonna keep putting myself out there, so I'm not gonna hide.
How about number 2?